Hey there friends, it's Jenny McGarvey and I am here with you today to share the unboxing of the Mediterranean Muse June 2025 Cocoa Daisy kits. And I just want to remind you that I do receive these kits in exchange for the work that I do with Cocoa Daisy, so I did not pay for these with money. However, my enthusiasm and my thoughts and all of that are 100% accurate. And yeah, I can't wait to dig in with these with you because I am a big fan of summer. So I always love summer themed kits and I can't wait to create with them. So let's go ahead and dig right in. All right, we're gonna start with the scrapbooking kit. And I love the kit for a couple of reasons that I cannot wait to share with you. It comes in this heavy duty folder, which is cool because it stores everything really neatly and has a Velcro closure. And so you can, it's gonna just all stay together, which I think is really important because sometimes things end up super messy. I mean, maybe they don't for you, but they do for me. So, okay, so we get these sheets of white cardstock, which is great because we can always use white cardstock either for the background or for matting photos, for cards, for whatever. And then there are 6 sheets of patterned paper included, and they're double-sided. So for example, you have the anchors on the back of the lemons. I'm gonna move these guys over. You have this tile sort of print with this map on the back. And then you have this tile with the fish and the seahorses, just the sea life, right? With the stripes on the back. Then we have the anchors. Remember, the back is the lemons. The map, which I'm a big fan of. It's basically Europe, by the way. Northern Africa, Europe, Scandinavia. And then the stripes, which remember have those tiles on the back. So I love blue. If you've been here a minute, you've watched a few of my unboxings. I'm always really excited about kits with blue. This does not hurt. I also love the beach. Take my dogs to the beach. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that and you watch my stories. So yeah, I really like this kit. Okay, so the yellow puffy alphabet stickers, I love these because they remind me of sunshine. Like straight up, they look like sunshine. I love that. I also love summer. I think I said that already, but it's important to note because if you don't love summer, you may not have as strong of feelings as I do about this because, you guessed it, I love summer. Okay, so I love these little images because they look like little vintage postcards, and then you have the watercolor, which every month I love. I'm a personal fan of all the watercolor things, and then like these lemons and stuff, I think they're ultra cute. And the rub-on transfers, if you have not used them, they are amazing. They're the best ones out there, and I don't say that lightly. They are so good. They rub on so easily. There's zero bulk. They're perfect. And I stamp with them, and I layer them, I stamp with them, all the things. I love them. Chipboard stickers. The color palette of this is just so amazing to me. Like I look at this and I'm like, oh yeah. And then you've got this like hello summer. I am sold like all day long. I love it. Also, chipboard. I know it can be kind of thick. And so for me, what I do in like say my memory planner where I don't want this much bulk is I will peel them apart because there's this top part and then there's another backing part, and then I will just adhere the top part. So yes, it's a little bit thicker than like a sticker, but it's not as thick as the chipboard. So it's a win. There is the very cute stamp set, which is usable. Summer, here we come, today, all of the great things in this one. Obviously I love these because they literally look like the sky, right? The summer sky, bright blue, yellow sun, love it. Then we get 2 packages of ephemera this month. And I always really like the ephemera. I tell you the same things literally every month about these things. But what I really like about them is that I like that you get decorative pieces, but then you also get little, so for example, a tag. I think that's very cool. But then you have this little palm, right? You get both types of ephemera in the scrapbooking kit. And I really, really like that. A little ice cream cone. Look at that, super cute. Summer fresh, little lemons. I live in Southern California. We pick lemons in like January. So it's always really funny to me to have a lemon kit in the summer, but I will still take it because I am here for all the yellow. So just lots and lots and lots of really usable, really cute bits and pieces. And it doesn't actually matter if you haven't been to the Mediterranean. I think that these are still going to look great with all of your summer photos. Okay, so there's that one. Then there's this very cool package of round ephemera, and they're very cool. They're very cute. There's a great mix. One of the things I like about it though is that they work perfectly with the roll of PET stickers. And so you see there's a variety of types, so like labels, then you have patterns, then you have like these ones that have phrases and images on there. Phrases. Here's a little crab. So you see a variety of sizes, a variety of types, very cute. But then I'm going to show you the PET stickers and show you how they work together. And I think it's just incredible. I absolutely love it. Like the layering is, okay, so there's this whole huge roll of PET stickers. This is so many stickers, right? And this is how many you get before they repeat. So it's 8 stickers before they repeat. Now, when you're looking at this, so, okay, we could put this guy here. Okay, I'm going to put him here because then you can cover less of, oh, that one's a little bit big. All right, fine. Put this little guy in here or put this little guy in there. So cute. I love that. And the cool part is that because PET stickers are so thin, you're not adding any additional bulk, but you're getting that layering. But how about this? So how about you took, say this guy. What if you put this on top? Oh my God, it's so cute. I don't know if you can tell, if you can see that. And then you could like totally put a smaller one on the top. That would be so cute. So you'd have 3 layers, but really only feel like 2. Anyway, I just think it's really neat. I like that it's different, all of that. Then there is a really beautiful sunshiny color of seam binding ribbon, which I always like because it feels so light and airy and beautiful. So that's the scrapbooking kit. And you can subscribe to this all by itself, or you can add an add-on. And I do have 2 of those add-ons here for you because I love them. I use the Traveler's Notebook, the simple notebook. I use that every month. I create layouts with that because I love it. However, I also love the pocket cards, and every month I think, oh, I'm gonna do this with these, and I never get around to it. And I'm always lucky if I use a couple of them. And I have this pocket notebook that I started for my son's baseball, and I really need to get back into creating it. But I think we all know there's only limited amounts of time for all of these creative pursuits, am I right? So one of these days I'll get it done, and then when I do, I will use those pocket cards for sure. And I don't care that, like, okay, they're baseball photos, I will still use these cards because they're awesome. So, all right, so we're gonna pack this up, and then I'm gonna show you those 2 add-ons that you can get with the scrapbooking kit if you so choose. All right, so these are the pocket cards. And they are 3x4 and 4x6. We'll do the 4x6s first. I love it. Summer, here I come. And it's got a little calendar on the back. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a bunch of like a collage of really cute images, and I think that's adorable. I like it a lot. Then we have the octopus, which I'm a big fan of because my current favorite book is Remarkably Bright Creatures. I just absolutely loved that book. And Marcello is an octopus, the main character. And look how cute that is. That's so cool. Okay, so those are the 4x6 cards that are included. And you can subscribe to these on their own. You don't have to subscribe to them with the scrapbooking kit, but they do make a very good pair. All right, so you have the tile pattern, which is so pretty. I love that shade of blue. The coolest part, I think, is that these are double-sided. And so, for example, say that like you don't go to the lake, you're not into the lake, you would never use a lake card. Great. The back side is a cool card that says the best things in life are the people we love, the places we've been, and the memories we've made along the way. You could absolutely use this card, right? Maybe you don't love summer, and so warm yellows, you're like, oh, please get me an umbrella. Okay, well the back side is just this beautiful blue pattern. drop anchor where your heart feels at home. What a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before. And again, I understand too that somebody might be like, oh, I'm really not into like positivity and stuff. I totally get that. But it's the second part of the quote for me that I think is like, I've never seen this one before, right? Anyway, just a little peek into how my brain works when I look at these things. Summer checklist, love it. Love every last bit about that. The month card, it has a Sunday start, and then on this side it has Monday start, so whichever side you prefer is the one that you get to use. Lots of cards for decorating, lots of cards for adding journaling or adding photos to the cards, like smaller photos if you wish. So yeah, I'm a big fan. I am just, quite frankly, I am a big fan. Is out there, go find it, is what it says down below. That's so pretty. It totally reminds me of the tiles that you see all over Italy, for example. Moments of note. I love the yellow watercolor, the octopus, Happy Father's Day, stay cool. I love it so much. I'm so into it. And I get it, you may not be. And that's the beauty of it, right? You're probably into something that is maybe not my favorite. So it's cool. We all get to have different things. So those are the pocket cards. You get all of those when you subscribe to the pocket cards or as an add-on to the scrapbooking kit. And then now the simple notebook, which is one of the other add-ons to the kit. I love this one because I love to use it for scrapbook layouts because it is a really great size. I don't have to feel overwhelmed by having to create an entire 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. Instead, I can do this. I do take my books apart because I just can't get enough time to scrapbook a whole book each month, even though I would love to. However, I take them apart and then I glue them back together, and yeah, they work really well that way, I think. All right, so one of the things I like about this is that you get patterns and all of that, but then like, okay, here's a dot grid. Here is a regular grid. Then you have a lined page. Grid, you get it. So I think you could actually totally use this for journaling too. Even a planner, if you had a specific way that you like to do things, but absolutely 100% journaling, like no problem at all. And I think it would be very, very cool. I haven't gotten to it yet. Someday I will, but I keep racking up ideas every month when I look at all of the beautiful things that are included. So yeah, so that is the simple notebook. You can subscribe to it with this, with the scrapbooking kit, or by itself too. So either way, a great option. All right, so let's move this aside, and then we'll go ahead and we will look at the next kit, which is, oh, the creative kit. This is a good one. I mean, they're all good ones. Who am I kidding? This one is very cool because it includes a notebook holder this month. All right, so, yep, I've got a notebook holder this month. Cool, right? Okay, so it's a cover. It has an elastic that'll hold it closed. I love blue. I love this shade of blue, so I'm very excited about this. There is a pocket. Then there's also like a little place that you can put your notebook or your notepad in here, and then a little place for a pen. So I'm going to put a little fountain pen in here. However, you should put whatever pen you have handy. This was just literally sitting on my desk, so that's why I put that in there. This is a Sailor pen, by the way. It's literally the perfect size. It's like they were designed for each other. Okay, so here is the notepad that's included in the kit. So what you can do, put the little chipboard backing right behind there, turn it over, boom. Now you have a notepad that you can use for anything you want. I totally envision this being something that if you carry a purse, you could pop in your purse and then have a place for your notes. And then obviously it has a pocket too, so you could put receipts or literally whatever else in there. However, another really cool use of this is the mini notebook. It's passport size basically, and I love it. I'm gonna flip through it in a minute. I use mine for journaling, but that's not the point. these fit in here really well too. So you could just put that back craft cover, and then you could have this like for journaling on the go or whatever you use mini notebooks for, journaling, memory keeping, notes, whatever. I just think it's a really great idea. So yeah, those are part of the creative kit. And when I say those, I mean the cover and the notepad. Then we have a sheet of rub-on transfers, which, I mean, it's not hard to guess that I love the watercolor. I love the octopus, the little vintage ads, the lemons, the whole thing. It's very, very pretty. Then we have some sticker sheets. Days of the week, and then alphabet stickers and date stickers. And those are all just like those enamel dots, right? Basically like the sky, blues and yellows. So very cool. We have ephemera, which these are self-adhesive. The ones in the scrapbooking kit are self-adhesive too. I just completely forgot to mention that. So a bunch of really cute, again, I know I say A, again, a lot, and B, I know I keep saying that these things are cute, but again, I'm trying to remind you that I really love this theme. I think it's very pretty. So we've got decorative ones, lemons. Then we also have the labels. Just lots of beautiful bits and pieces to decorate all of your projects. And it honestly doesn't matter what your projects are, if that makes sense. Like, use it in a journal, use it in a diary, use it in a planner, use it in scrapbooking, use it in whatever you dream up. They are perfect for that. So those are all self-adhesive. You simply peel the back off and it's ready to go. And then there are some deco cards this month too. And I like the deco cards a lot because I think they're so cool for like layering. So for example, these are not self-adhesive. They're just little cards that will go together with your photos and your journaling and all that kind of stuff. And what I like about it is that, so, okay, memories. Got a photo on my desk, just happens to be sitting on my desk. Like, you could totally tuck this behind your photo, add a little here, right? Glue those all together and they just look so cute, and you've got that layered effect. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, but it's really simple because there's bits and pieces, and you may be like, oh, I don't want to cover the lemons. It's okay, cover the lemons, you know, like there's plenty of other lemons to go around. It seems like a sticker or something, but anyway. All right, so there's all those little deco cards, and like I said, they are not self-adhesive, but they're very fun, and I just think they're going to be great for all the projects. And then last but not least, there is a roll of anchor washi tape, which has a white background and blue anchors and little light blue dots in between the anchors. Cute, right? So yeah, so that is the creative kit. And I think the notebook cover alone is like the coolest thing ever, but then you add all the rest of the stuff in here, and I feel like the creative kit's kind of a no-brainer. And again, I say that as somebody who really does enjoy the theme and love the supplies that are included as well. Okay, so let's move this on over, and then we are going to pull out the stationery kit. The stationery kit has two things in it that I think are incredible, and I'm so excited to share with you. One, you're probably not going to care about, but I mean, or you're not going to be as excited as maybe I am, but the other, I think you will be. Okay, so this is a stationery kit, and it's very cool because it's got some great supplies in it. Specifically this month, it's got some really great stuff in it. All right, so this is just a backer card, like it's not anything. And here is the overlay, the acetate overlay. I love it. I love the wash of blue and the octopus. I just think it's super cool. And then this is the vellum, and it looks just like a Mediterranean tile pattern, which I think is very cute. Then we have a sheet of PET stickers, and as you can see, they're gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful. We have lots of lemons, and these just literally, they peel off. It's so awesome because they're kiss cut, so you don't have to get the backing off of those, but you still have the thinnest stickers in all of the land, right? Okay, so then there is also a postcard, which it's on like a heavy duty watercolor paper, and the back side really looks like a postcard. So you probably actually could send this if you felt so inclined, or you can use it as part of your projects. And then we have stickers, because who doesn't love stickers? Days of the week. Look at the little lemons on the days of the week. Are those not the cutest? And then these stamps also, which are great. Okay, so then we have sticky notes. You know what I mean by sticky notes. They have a little bit of adhesive on the back, so you can just stick them to anything you'd like. We have the little pin. This one is an anchor. And I'm gonna see if I have my thing handy dandy, because I moved some supplies around last week. I do, hooray. So you can pull the pin backer off if you'd like, and then just stick this to this, because they will go together, because on this giant pin there is a magnet at the top. This is you can purchase this in the Daisy store if you'd like to use that with your pin. All right, so then there is a very cute vinyl sticker included as well. I feel like this is made just for me. Okay, then we have some vellum ephemera. These are self-adhesive. You can see there's a couple lemons still in there. Oh, look, there's another lemon on the back. Lots of lemons. But we've got lots of different images. So we've got lemon, anchor, one of those little vintage art, but in the shape of like a postage stamp. More lemons with the leaves. I love that. I can smell my lemon tree right now. A fish and a lemon in the pot. So that's very cool. Then the other part that I really love is, or the one thing that I really love about, one of the things I really love about this kit, okay, is this washi. I don't know why. Well, I know why. I know it's the octopuses on there, particularly the orange octopus. However, it's got a blue background, it's got fish, it's got crabs, it's got octopus, it's got all the things. It's literally like the cutest thing. Can you see that? So cute. I love it. I love it so much. Now, the really cool thing that is in this kit this month is this washi stand. If you've been around Cocoa Daisy for a bit, you may recognize the flower. So it comes with a base. Hard to see, I know. It comes with the top part. All you do, stick these two things together, and then it will sit where you place it. So for example, we can stick a roll of washi right on here. I'm gonna grab the Creative Kit washi too. Then you can just set this on your desk and it'll hold your washi tapes neatly and organized. Cute, huh? So yeah, so that is also part of the stationery kit. It's a nice, heavy, thick acrylic. You can see that right through there. I know it's hard to see though, because it's clear, but trust me when I tell you it's awesome. Like, it's thick and durable and all of that. So this is the stationery kit, and yeah, it's so cool. So many cool bits and pieces. All right, next up is I'm going to show you the little notebook that I like to use for my lettering practice each month, because it's fun and it makes it more interesting and exciting and makes me feel more creative. So this is just one of the notebooks that Cocoa Daisy offers. They all look the same, they're just different sizes. Okay, in the rest of them there is a calendar on the front page, but this one's so tiny you couldn't do this. This is the mini notebook. It is basically passport size. And I love this because I think the stripe pages, they are just so inspiring to me. And I know that probably sounds weird, but for some reason seeing the colors like this always just makes me really happy. And then we get into these pages right here, and this is where I do my lettering challenges. I usually will write the letter or the phrase of the day over and over and over again in this space in different ways. And each page is a little bit different. Obviously it has coordinating art from the kit. And if you wanted to use it like this, like I do, you don't need to add anything else because there's already lots of decoration. However, if you want to add more stuff, you absolutely can. So yeah, the paper is beautiful. It's totally fountain pen friendly. And the cool part to me is that these are produced, all the paper products are produced fairly locally to Cocoa Daisy in Michigan. And they use recycled inks and recycled dyes and paper as well. And like I said, it's fountain pen friendly, which is a bonus for me since I do love some fountain pens. So yeah, so that one's really cool. All right, next up is the journaling kit. Now, if I had to pick a very favorite kit, this is probably it. And that's really hard for me to do, so please know that. But the thing I love about the journaling kit is that you get all the beauty of the Cocoa Daisy collections, but then you don't have any of the bulk. So for me, I use a Tomoe River Paper planner each month. And this way I can make sure that I have all really thin supplies and don't add too much bulk. That's why I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of the scrapbooking kit too. I'm a fan of all the kits for different reasons, but if I had to pick a favorite, it's probably the journaling kit. So you get 2 sheets of rub-on transfers, and I love rub-ons. That is not a secret to anybody here. I think that they are basically the perfect thing for journaling, scrapbooking, all planning, all of it. No bulk, but you can still layer and whatever. And if you want to like rub this onto cardstock and then cut it out, you absolutely can. So there's 2 sheets of those. And then there are the vellum stickers. And what I like about these is that they are thinner than traditional paper. So again, they add a little bit less bulk. Alphas, I always love alphas. Days of the week and dates. And then there's this one too. So cute, right? Then there's 2 full sheets of patterns. So you can use these just as they are, just peel it off and stick it on a page, and then you could layer stuff on top of it if you wanted to or whatever. Or I like to cut it out. So for example, when I'm looking at this one, say, I might cut around the lemons and then use this up in the corner of a page and then use the rest of it someplace else, like on a different project or whatever. So you get that like decoration that's coming in on the corner, and it's super cute, and I really like that. Same thing here. I would maybe cut out some of these tiles and then use them that way. Although I'm not gonna lie, I totally could see myself cutting out the octopus, using that, then cutting out some of the tiles. So that is one of the things I like to do with those full sheet stickers. There is also some journaling prompts as well, which I know can be helpful for people. This one has 10 different journaling prompts that you could use throughout the month of June. And then a roll of washi tape, which is a lighter blue background and then a darker blue diagonal stripe. Do you see that? I just love it because I really like these colors, as I've already said like 10 times. So I apologize for repeating myself over and over and over again, but I really like blue, okay? Alrighty. So then next, I'm going to show you the stamp set for the subscription stamp set. And this one is really cool because it has these 2 tiles that are individual squares, so you could use them to create your own pattern or own background or die cuts or whatever. But then you also had like all the awesome parts, right? Like you also have the phrases and then all these great lemons. I actually am totally thinking about using this one with like a pretty yellow Distress Oxide ink pad, because I think that would ink up looking so pretty. And I don't actually stamp that much with Distress Oxides, but I think that might look really cute together. So this is a subscription on its own, which I think it's cool to get a fun decorative stamp set every month. Okay, so then we're gonna do the classic cousin sticker kit. This one is cool because the column width is the same width as the columns in the A5 Hobonichi Cousin Planner. Sorry, I just had a complete like brain freeze right there. So they will fit perfectly. But they're only ever so slightly less wide than, say, a classic Happy. All right, so this 3x4 sheet is vellum sticker paper, and it's just got some sort of prompts on here. Then we have the big boxes and a few strips and a few labels. Same thing here, just a little bit different. Then we have a vellum sheet that has all these really cute decorative stickers. Same thing here, we also have the strips, which I love because I love using these with photos. And then we have the date stickers. Alphabet stickers, there's something about this font and this red together that I'm quite fond of. And then also a sheet of decorative stickers as well. Super cute, right? I love it. All right, so that is it. Those are all of the Mediterranean Muse kits, that I received in my box, and you will see me using for the month of June and before. And if you have any questions, please make sure to leave them in the comment box below. Thank you so much and have a great day.